Good morning. My name is Megan with Focus Communications, and today we're getting an update from Labrador Gold, which trades on the Toronto Venture Stock Exchange under the symbol LAB. And joining me today, we have President and CEO Roger Moss. Roger, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Megan. It's great to be back here again and to just to update your listeners as to our latest news release.
Absolutely. And as a general introduction to Labrador Gold, could you provide an overview of your Kingsway project and your various targets the company is actively exploring on the project?
Yeah, sure. Let's we have a disclaimer obviously because often make forward-looking statements, so everybody should be aware of that. And this is kind of a busy map, but this really gets to the heart of what we're trying to do at Kingsway. Over the last 2 years, we've discovered four different gold occurrences on the property, and this was done pretty much from grassroots exploration. And we have drilled all four of them successfully, and that's sort of what we're seeing on this slide. We're going from the south at Golden Glove. We've got some good intercepts there. High grade, 20 grams a ton over a meter, and slightly lower grade, but over longer intercepts, 6 grams over 4 meters. And then going up, Big Vein was our first discovery made back in October of 2020, and we've done a lot of drilling there, and that's one of the drill holes that we'll be commenting on a little bit more today. The Pristine target and the Midway target were found by drilling late last year and early this year, and both of those targets are undercover. So they were basically drill discoveries made by following up on geochemistry and geophysics. So those are the four occurrences that we have. We have many more targets along this red line, this red dashed line here, which is our representation or interpretation of the Appleton Fault Zone. And as you can see down in the south, that goes through some of Newfound gold occurrences, including Big Dave, which is right up near our border. And it continues on our property for 12 kilometers off in that northeasterly direction. So a lot of real estate to cover there, and that's what we're busy doing with our drill program.
Okay, and today the company announced another long interval of gold mineralization from the Big Vein target at Kingsway. Could you run us through the details of the release?
Yeah, so it's kind of highlighted here in this in the text here. We've got so Big Vein right now is we've drilled it over about 500 meters. Just slightly over 400 meters of strike length, and this is along that Appleton Fault Zone. And today's news release really highlighted what is our longest intersection to date. It's 32 meters, and that grades just over 2 grams a ton over that 32 meters. It includes a couple of higher grade intervals like the 18 grams over 0.63 and 11 grams over a meter. And the other thing to note is that this is also the most significant intercept in the northern part of Big Vein. So we're stepping out towards the north, and we're still getting good results up in the north. And of course down in the south we've had some good news recently down in the southwest as we stepped out down there. And again, this news release contains one more interval of just almost 13 grams a ton over just under a meter. So still going strong at Big Vein, and it really does produce the goods, as I mentioned, over 500 meters strike length now from the southeast down here, southwest up to the northeast up here. This is where our latest release is, but they're right in the northern part of Big Vein. You can see you can see in the blue box there, that's where that 32-meter intercept is, and it's, as I mentioned, it's one of the most northern intercepts that we have at Big Vein. Down in the south, here's the other one from that news release today, the 12 gram intercept, and across just slightly west of there, we have one of our largest or highest grade intercepts so far at Big Vein, which we announced a few weeks ago, and that's 284 grams. So again, we see quite a lot of high grade in Big Vein, and it's continuing to produce the goods. What else? This is a long section. So again, you can see here is the hole 177 right here with the long intercept. It's again, it's right on the northern boundary. And the other thing to mention, looking at this slide, is not only is Big Vein open to the southwest and the northeast, but it's also open at depth. We're still drilling down plunge of this HTC zone that we see here, where all the pink dots are focused. And of course, down to the southwest, we're still stepping out to the southwest, but also drilling at depth down there.
All right, and the company also provided more gold intersections from the Midway target. Can you quickly discuss the differing style of mineralization at this target area and what the next phase of exploration looks like here?
Yeah, I mean, Midway is a different beast, as you mentioned, and so Midway is probably about 2 kilometers north of Big Vein. It's set off away from the Appleton Fault Zone, and it's hosted. The gold mineralization there is hosted by gabbro. So what that is, it's quite different. It's sulfides like pyrite, pyrrhotite, and arsenopyrite in a mafic rock, as opposed to at Big Vein and Pristine and Golden Glove, where we have gold in quartz veins associated with some pyrite and arsenopyrite as well. But certainly at Midway, there's a lot more sulfide in the areas that have the gold. The interesting thing about Midway as well is that the intersections that we get are very close to surface, so they're not as high grade as some of the great results we've had at Big Vein and Golden Glove, but they are within 40 meters vertical depth of surface, which is really good if we're looking at sort of an open pit type scenario up at Midway. So what we've done, these results today were the last results from our initial drilling at Midway. We drilled all the holes that we were permitted for, and now we're going to reapply for permits. And in the meantime, we're going to do an IP survey between Midway and Cracker, and because what we know about that sulfide mineralization at Midway is it responds really well to conductivity, and so we can look at the IP response, and what we're trying to do is to trace that gold mineralization associated with the sulfides between Midway and Cracker, which is over 1 kilometer distance. So once that's done, we'll have a much better idea of how our targeting goes in that direction. One other thing that I wanted to mention about this this news release is that we also had some duds, if you like, at the CSAMT target, and some at Golden Glove. Disappointing, obviously, but again, we can't hit on every hole. And I just wanted to point out that a few of the issues that we're dealing with, one at the CSAMT is a lot of overburden. So we're drilling undercover there. It makes it more difficult, obviously, and we're really searching for that needle in the haystack through that overburden, which can be up to 30 meters thick. So that's a challenge up at CSAMT. We're not done there yet, and we're still drilling up there. And Golden Glove has its own challenges. And but what I will point out is that our last news release announced a bunch of grab samples from Golden Glove, so taken at surface, and they range from about seven grams a ton up to 480 grams a ton, and so great results there. And obviously the drill holes that we announced today, the results for the drill holes we announced today from Golden Glove, were drilled before we had those grab samples in hand, and those new veins that the grab samples were taken for are in a different orientation from the original vein that we sampled back in October of last year. So we're still trying to understand the structure at Golden Glove, and our current thought is that we need to target with the drill the intersection of those two veins, and if we can do that, then there's a good chance that we'll get some good results. So that's sort of just to explain some of the not so great results in the news release, and I think we've got our work cut out for us, but I'm confident that we'll be making more discoveries.
Yeah, sounds like you guys will be very busy.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's we still have another 40, I think it's about 43,000 meters to drill. So that's a lot more. I mean, we're just over halfway in our 100,000 meter drill program, and we've got the cash to do it. Current cash position is about 23, I think it's 23.5 million. So we're cashed up, and we're still drilling with 4 drill rigs, and yeah, we're just going to carry on.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Roger, and we look forward to hearing more from Labrador Gold very soon.
Yeah, thanks, Megan. It's great to chat with you again.